Here we brewed 15 gallons of a Belgian dark strong. Three of our local club members each took 5 gallons and used a different yeast.
Yeah.
So that's going to be...
multiple Belgian yeasts being used, and I think somebody used a normal yeast, a non-Belgian, but I'm not...
No, I don't think so. I think they're all... I think there's 2 different dry Belgians and then an Imperial.
Hey, then log on right now and tell us what you used.
I think Hayden
used triple double actually.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our stress test on so Key, the guy that if you watch any of Kegland's YouTube videos, he sent us that guy along with, by the way, a bunch of these to give away to people that are on live stream or that come into the shop.
Patrick, you are getting one because of how late the beer is happening.
Yeah, I mean, because Matt, 100% Matt's fault, forgot to send the beer over, and then that. So, yay, congratulations, you won. But he sent a bunch of these really cool. These are Wi-Fi enabled hydrometer thermometers called I think they're just called the Wrapped Pill, and they go right into your fermenter, and they can read your gravity and your all that stuff. So.
And yes, that is. Well, I don't know if it's 2-row, but that is a lot of proximity malt.
It's a lot of, we've got a lot of malt. So, Little Barn Brewing. I wish that was up on Green Bluff. That'd be funny. Because we've got a big barn. Connor Houligard said the pills are awesome. Had to order mine from Canada. Dang Canadians.
Yep.
Always using measurements like elves.
Yeah. Also, I am going to give a big call out for other brewing news, beer news in the Spokane area. We just had the Washington Beer Awards.
And Snow Eater won gold for their peanut butter porter thing.
Yep. Well, we actually, as a collective, we won 11 medals.
Nice.
3 golds.
Nice.
Or 4 golds. Sorry, it was 4 golds. Perry Street, of course, won a New Zealand IPA.
Fair.
Because it's Perry Street and that beer is amazing.
Yep. And they have seen New Zealand on a map before, so they know their stuff.
And then Whistlepunk won for their Schwartz beer and their experimental with the apricot cobbler.
Nice.
And then, near and dear to my heart, No Drought won silver for Berliner Weizen.
Nice.
And then a lot of bronze medals and silvers. So,
congratulations, Spokane! Way to take home some Washington Beer Awards.
Yep. So yeah, but yeah, that was other kind of that came out yesterday, and I might be going to Washington Beer Awards next year because I hear they have some classes.
Cool.
So. I might make the pilgrimage, which means I'll be on that side of the state and might see some peoples.
Receiver and mixer on different outlets. Grounding problem? I don't think so.
Yep.
That was back for our lab mics. Anyways, so did National Homebrew Day. Wobble Awards happened. And I've had one more. What was the other one? I brewed a Mega Dank IPA this last week. That's what happened in Genus.
Yeah.
Let's jump into talking about Kegland and just Kegland in general, because they, first of all, sent me that, and I tried it out yesterday, and so kind of got a little bit of a stress test on it. And they're also doing a lot. They seem to keep coming out with stuff all the time. It makes things that were inaccessible to homebrewers a lot cheaper and a lot, more. There's a lot more ease of use that comes with a lot of stuff they're doing. So this, I think, is a future iteration of what previously would have cost to like $150 or something like that, and I actually don't know what these are going to retail for, but I think it's much lower than that. The Brewzillas, obviously those are competitors, things like the Grainfather, the Sable system, the Clawhammer system, which Clawhammer, awesome local, not local, but awesome American YouTubers, so try their system too, but I got that thing, so it worked out really well.
Yeah. At some point in time, we just need to see if we can get one of every of the systems and just do a whole side-by-side testing.
That would be cool. Clawhammer, Brewzilla,
Mash and
boil.
boil, and then Anvil.
Yeah, the Foundry, because there's new Foundry versions too.
Yeah.
There's obviously the Brewzilla series, which mirror a lot of those, and then there's also like what am I thinking of? There's a couple more, but we should send us one of all of them, and we'll do a stress test. My brain is working.
So Connor says his pills was only like $60.
Shit, yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking. So about 3 times as
brew tools.
Brew tools. I think Brewhouse has a system too.
Yeah.
Which Brewhouse is really interesting. I think we're gonna try to get to a 3-barrel system. But the Brewhouse ones on the homebrew scale, I'm like, for the price, maybe they're good, maybe they're not. I'll have to watch and find out. But on what we did yesterday was we did, I have the recipe actually, the 15-gallon,
55 pounds of grain.
55 pounds of grain, which we actually we're not able to. TikTok is still on. We were not able to.
Was that what it was? It wasn't something else.
No, it's TikTok this time. S&P 500.
Okay.
Yeah, 55 pounds actually wasn't able to fit in that, so I haven't done a full stress test, but I am going to do an independent video just on doing a single batch of beer in that for a 15, like a
Hey,
half
I was
barrel.
going to say, I think we have some, we have a couple of options for that.
We do.
Maybe a state beer.
Yeah, when are we brewing that? Is that next week?
Yeah, I think so.
If you want to see us brew the state beer in that thing,
Yeah,
next week.
I know we're not doing it on the 20th.
Oh, no, it can't be next week, because next week, well, unless we just do a different day. Next week I'm going to be in Boise.
Okay.
By the way, guys, next week I'm going to be in Boise, so if we do a stream, it'd be like if you watch Homebrew for Life, it'd be like one of their streams where it'd be
Video, thin video.
Yeah, like a Zoom style. It's not Zoom. They do it on Discord, but
Yeah. Well, we'd also probably do Discord.
yeah, that'd be the easiest way to go.
So,
Robo Brew. Patrick Sandy says he needs an electric system. Wink. If we get to use all of them and then have some extras, I'm happy to give some out. We have some old electric systems that we actually could give out.
I want one.
Didn't you already have one for like 6 months or 3 months or something like that? Pretty sure you just took one of ours for a while.
No, I took one. I have one of the fermenters.
Oh, one of the fermenters. That's right.
Yeah, which I may or may not still have.
Yeah, you're welcome to borrow things indefinitely until I figure out that I need them.
Until you remember, because Warren has a bunch of the fermenters hidden at his house too, I think.
Brewhouse commercial. Lift off the grain out of the brew kettle and BAM! It's a fermenter. The Brewhouse system, it seems like it shouldn't work, but it also, because of the shape of it being a conical, I think it should. Brewhouse, a system that I think is going to be really fun to check out. Warren Rogue, greetings from Lima, Peru.
Awesome.
Since it's Peru, maybe I pronounced Rogue wrong, but you know what? I think of a tiny little hobbit that can go stealth mode.
I found out yesterday that the Hobbit marriage practices, they vibe, they don't tell anyone that they're going to get married, and then they just disappear for a while and then come back and they're married.
Nice. That sounds pretty
so
delightful.
like yeah, so they're hobbits elope. That is what I have found.
That's valuable information. Store it in your Rolodex.
So yeah.
By the way, how do you guys like the? We changed up the setting just slightly because we already had this kind of positioned like this from yesterday. When we brewed on the Brewzilla 65 liter from Kegland. Try to make it sound as commercially as possible.
So next week we're all going to get trashed and delete the live the next day.
Yes. Wait, y'all did that with the side revisit. Yeah, I'm done. Actually,
I was not trashed. I think everyone else was pretty.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, also I could have gone trashed because I could have just walked home from the cider.
We each, we take our turns. Hello from Last Sanity Brewing, Minnesota. Hello.
Oh, other
Yes.
good news is my cousin has sent the beer that I bought when I was over in Maryland.
Nice.
So,
we're gonna have more beer to drink.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Oh, also, please send in any homebrew because we are like
Dangerously low.
like legitimately there is. Well, I cracked open the only homebrew that wasn't Adam Chumley or myself.
Yeah, we are very close to just Chumbly beers, which is great.
Or
they're
Matt
all
beers.
good. Or Matt beers, yeah.
Which are all too old and mystery.
Yeah, all Matt beers are bottled circa 1842.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but this is a cider that someone made. I forget who.
Oh, nice.
Kirkland. It says Kirkland cider, so.
So hopefully it was made with Kirkland juice.
Mhm.
Is it good? I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried it either. I was gonna say.
I'll keep my pink juice as a palate cleanser just in case. Oh,
Is
okay. It's this tastes like it smells like the dry hop cider.
Oh, this is the.
I mean, if it is, it smells like a hop cider.
Yeah.
If it's the same one, I think this can taste a little bit better than the last can.
Yeah.
But both of them tasted good. I mean, they
I figured
probably
start
been
off
sitting
with
for a little bit, but
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And then the other beers I got was one of my homebrew and then some commercial beers out of the fridge.
Nice.
So.
Connor Houligard, they have a Bluetooth thermometer and a fermentation chamber, a temp controller, and the Brewzilla all communicate via wrapped portal. And the pill! Nice. Yeah, so they sent us some of the wrap stuff. They sent us the temperature controller. We just got the hot and cold and then that thing on it. They sent us the wrapped pill, and they sent us the wrapped heaters. They didn't send us a cooler. So tag Key in this and say, Key, if you want to send us a cooler, you can. He sent us too much stuff already. It's very nice. But we will be doing a full video just on that guy, and then probably, I think live streams we might just brew on that kind of as our go-to brew day.
I was going to say, I am perfectly okay with that, and also if we brew sometime during the week, an evening brew, I'm down for that too.
Okay.
I was going to say, but not Thursday because I'm seeing Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, brew and video game day?
Yeah.
Double live stream? That'd probably be on the Genus Not Brewing channel, though, just because it'd probably be video game heavy while we're waiting for water to boil and all that stuff. By the way, we brewed on that yesterday, and the boil was like, it was able to top out at like the perfect level, really, really good rolling boil without trying to boil over. And we pretty much maxed that thing out at like 16.5 gallons, so like this close to the edge. We were able to keep it in really good. I say we, but I mean all the IBU club guys that did the brewing.
Yeah, Peter kind of just ran around and fixed equipment.
Yeah, I made sure everything was available. Yeah, but it worked out really well. The only thing we haven't done so far is the mash part.
Yeah.
So let us know in the chat if you want us to do more brews on that live and have that be our state beer series and brew all those live whenever we do. If this is a good setting for you, and we just do it right there on the table, and
then
the
play
Brewhouse is right back there.
And play some video games.
Yep. Mash in, Smash Bros.
The Brew Simulator.
We do have Brewmaster Simulator. So if you want to watch us simulate being brewmasters while brewing, Patrick Sandy's got an idea for something.
And then he immediately redacts his message.
It's like, oh, no. Not that idea.
But yeah, I was going to say.
For our OnlyFans.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it looked like because the two times I when I poked my head in right before you guys got to a boil, it looked good.
Yeah, overall it's pretty.
It looked like the whole brew day even went pretty seamless, which is weird. Using a bunch of stuff that you're not used to, and having a pretty seamless brew day is always a nice feeling.
Yeah. You know what I just thought of? If we wanted to completely hands-off build a recipe, we could have somebody remote into my laptop and build a recipe on Brewer's Friend while we're live. Just throwing that out there. Because then it put that window on the thing. And then
yeah.
Crazy. The world is your oyster. We will be getting into this December state beer. And just a little bit, we're going to build our version of the recipe. And then you guys are welcome to either brew the same recipe or a different one. The only catch is you've got to send it to us. Hops Gnarly says, Brew Tools! I got to use some more Brew Tool stuff.
Awesome, Patrick. I am looking forward to when we get to that state beer there.
Got a great idea for my West Virginia beer. No squid ink, no Cinnamar, and no activated charcoal. But it's going to be, what are we doing? The darkest light beer possible?
Yeah. Okay. Upgrading to the Brew 240 Pro. Nice.
Brew 240 Pro. Nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, because at the brewery for the little 5-gallon, I currently have your fermenter, which I need to get the proper tubing for it.
I've got that. I've got tubing.
None of the tubing over there fits. It's that weird half-inch ball lock.
Oh. Yeah, I've got something that fits it.
Okay. Because we do need that.
Blackwood Brews. Good morning, everyone. Morning, Blackwood.
And then also I have Josh's mash and boil that he's just leaving at the brewery.
Oh, gotcha.
That I might talk to him about trying to buy, because I don't know how much he's going to brew anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's got access to all the beer he needs right here, just a mile away from where he lives. The Brew Tool Fermentation Festival is amazing, but the problem is CIPing with so many ports means that every port you have residue left over. Yeah, I like to do a firm rinse and then CIP, and then I take it apart again before I sanitize. So I'll take it apart and scrub all the ports and everything like that, and the thing, and then the stone, the carb stone. I don't know if there's a carb stone in the Brew Tools one, but the carb stone, then I'll let it soak. I'll give it a rinse and then let it soak in acid too before I put it back together.
Yeah.
Gnarly is in Colorado, so we should nominate him for the Colorado beer. Hops and Gnarly, you want to do a state beer? We're doing state beers, and they're gonna be weird.
Some are not.
Some are not.
Some are. Like. Well, I'll just.
There's gonna be a list. There is a list. It's live on the Discord.
And I pinned it. And I pinned it. Oh, I should probably grab the Discord and throw it into.
Yeah, check out the Discord.
Genus.
And then after we do all the states, we got to do one German beer for Stefan.
Someone proposed that we do the because a lot of the presidents have their own recipes too.
Okay.
Because
go
like
through all the presidents.
Yeah.
Hops Nellis is done. Nice.
Okay, come on YouTube and load so that way I can actually throw the Discord. That is a very sexy picture of me as the thumbnail.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I'm an expert photographer.
Yep. Live chat.
Sodomite says Stein beer, please. Can I please do a Stein beer and another all-in-one system like I did with the Anvil? That was my favorite.
Okay, there's the Discord link.
Ham McVeigh, morning fellas. Morning Ham.
Also, how many likes do we have? We only have 7 likes. There are 45 of you.
45 of you and 7 likes. Come on, guys. I believe that some of you can do better. Some of you, you're degenerates and probably can't. But others. Anyways, yeah, so Stefan Sotomayor says he's totally down to do another Stein beer in an all-in-one electric vessel.
I don't know how that's going to work.
That's still one of my favorite video ideas. I think the video itself didn't go as well as I wanted it to, but that was still one of my favorite ideas we've ever done for a video, is making a Stein beer in the Anvil Foundry. We got to do more. Daniel says, it's me. I can do better. I believe in you, Daniel. If Key from Kegland ends up watching this, if we make a Stein beer in that, will you send me another one? That would be silly.
Or do we just do it in the Gen 3 that you have over there?
I do have a Gen 3, yeah. I like the size of this guy, though.
I know.
Although I do have the I have the Digiboil, which is like on its last legs too. That I've used for so long.
Let's just kill that.
Yeah, and I've got like a mash basket for that too, so we can definitely.
Yeah.
That'd be the way to go.
So, since I know you're on I need a drink faster.
Yeah, you do. Assistant brewer / celebrant here at brewery here in NorCal. Been watching / lurking for a while. Thanks for the info and chats over all this time. Flu shot, you're welcome, and thank you so much for being a part of the community.
And also send us beer, please.
So yeah, please send us beer.
And again, a general reminder: if you send beer, just put Matthew on it, and
I will accidentally get drunk and drink it. I promise you. You're Brewzilla Y3G or 4G?
Oh, so this is the 4th gen.
Yeah. The big one's the 4th gen. All our other ones over there are the 3rd gen. The 4th gen, I think one of the biggest things that they did in the 4th gen, which I don't think is in the 3rd gen, is the bottom port. Which I really enjoyed. It makes it easy to
also, good seeing you, Beer Koist Nation. It's been a hot minute since we've seen you in chat.
Yeah. Is that a native reference?
I think so.
Because we have the Iroquois Indians that were...
Well, like, and especially with his little...
Oh, yeah. I cannot blanketly say I can do better. Yeah, that's fair. We don't judge.
Well, I can do better.
Very hardly.
I can do better, too, but that's because I exist in a world that...
I can't. I'm pretty perfect.
Mm-hmm. We determined that yesterday multiple times.
Yep, I'm at the top of my game.
So yeah.
Aaron Barsamian saying good morning, guys. Good morning to you.
Oh, that's what I was actually pulling up was my notepad, so that way I could just jot down notes. And then, for the recipe, and then I can get it. Then we can upload it into Brewfather or whatever. Brewer's Friend.
I don't know how to use Brewfather. We can upload it into Brewer's Friend.
I use Brewfather. That's why I was thinking of it.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see us put together our Alabama beer live today? Or you guys just want to do Q&A? I do have a hard stop today at pretty close to 10 because I got to run back out to Coeur d'Alene and get my family.
They abandoned you, or you abandoned them in Coeur d'Alene?
Yeah, I abandoned them. Actually, no, we have a dog at home, and we didn't get the dog boarded, and so we made a thing where they were gonna stay the night over there and do the whole hotel thing, and I was gonna go home and sleep with the puppy. Connor Hubbard Houligard says, with the center grain on the Gen 4 Brazil, do you find that more Trub debris makes it into the fermenter? Where does it settle? So
well, we don't know because we didn't mash into it.
That's true. We didn't mash into it, but I did use the bottom. There's a false bottom that goes under the mash basket too, which is designed to catch a lot of that, and it is a pretty low profile false bottom. So.
That's what that was. Okay.
I haven't fully dived into into all the different features of it because we just did the first brew on it yesterday, and I've only like speed watched through all Kegland's videos. Yeah, there is a false bottom, and I trust the false bottom for a lot of the debris that would get through there, up to and including like a decent amount of pellet or leaf hops. Patrick Sandy says Brewfather is so intuitive. Yeah, but Brewer's Friend was the first one that was entirely cloud-based, and since they were the first, when I didn't want to download and buy stuff, that's what I used, and so now I'm stuck using Brewer's Friend. And I actually really like Brewer's Friend. I've just never used anything else. So don't tell me to change my mind because I want to be an old crotchety person on this and just not change anything. Yep. Also, I've got like 1,000 recipes on Brewer's Friend or something like that. French Country Ales, how did running go last week? Running went pretty well. Are you talking about the race that I did, which was 2 weeks ago, or the race that my team did, which was a week ago? Either way, I survived, which is great. And my team last week did, I think every person on our team PR'd. And it wasn't the fastest course out there, so I was pretty happy with that.
Which course was it?
It was in Walla Walla.
Oh, okay.
At the Veterans Memorial Golf Course or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think my brother had a record there for a while.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So.
Yeah, everyone PR'd by anywhere between, a couple seconds and 30 to 40 seconds. And that course looked like, on average, about 20 to 30 seconds slower than the fastest course that they'd run on so far this year. So.
Yeah. So we all,
you have another decade before you can get to the crotchety title. Well, I'm starting now. I'm building up my points.
Yeah, Craig, things have changed.
Been a while since I've watched. Looks like a lot's changed. Things have. Things are going to continue to change. We're going to try a bunch of stuff out. Because why not?
Also, you guys are now stuck with me on the live streams.
Yeah.
Instead of me. They promoted me from out of the chair and behind a computer screen to in front of a camera.
I think they're both the top tier positions that you can get, and so it's not really a promotion. It's just like a lateral movement because they're both the best.
Yep.
8 likes now.
Do we put ascorbic acid in our hazies?
Yes, we put ascorbic acid in our hazies.
Which I need to get some for the 20th? Unless I'm brewing the Lion on the 20th.
Have I mastered the get out of my lawn shout yet? No, but there's a girl that lives across the street from us that I should probably practice on. She's a sweet girl. I think she's got some social somethings or other, but she always comes up and talks to me, which I'm not used to. I'm very antisocial. I'm not used to people talking to me, especially little kids. And so I'll just be there and be like, I don't want to be in this conversation, but she'll be in a conversation that lasts longer than I want to be standing in that spot. So that'd be a good practice dummy for the get off my long shout.
And then when does the acid go in?
I put ascorbic acid in the mash for almost every single beer for a lot of reasons, which we got a whole video on. There are a number of professional breweries out there that put their ascorbic acid in a package. I'll do that on occasion, but it's not a typical thing that I do because I have pretty good closed systems and other things that I do to keep things shelf stable. But yeah, I put it in the mash for pretty much everything, and hazies are a good candidate for putting it in the in package as well. So especially if you have an open system, semi-open system.
Oh hey, the Candom tablets for cleaning out weird tasting.
You suggested Candom tablets last time for me for cleaning out the weird taste that affect the water, and it works. So thanks. Nice. I'm glad it worked. Yeah, Candom tablets do some strange and mysterious things. What happened to Tim? Tim is brewing at Natural 20 Brewing right now.
Yeah.
So he's still around. Still a homie, but
yeah, still a good friend. Just he decided he needed a break from the live stream stuff, and
yeah, it's a lot of work putting on this whole production stuff. So totally makes sense.
And we respect him for that. And actually, I respect him more because he said, I need a break, and actually, instead of just burning himself out.
Yeah, which you got to do sometimes.
So, yeah, no, me and Tim hung out a bunch yesterday and had a grand old time drinking Braggots.
Braggots.
Because it was Braggot Fest.
Oh, yeah. Beer Quiz Nation, you'll get there the closer you get to retirement. I'll be honest, I think my retirement's just going to be like doing this, so. Kind of close.
Do you want Humble Abode or do you want the Spontaneous Fermented Sour, Black Project?
Ooh, let's start with the Humble Abode.
Because Black Project I don't think exists anymore. I think they shut down.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll be on camera for a Zoom style live.
Oh yeah, we are absolutely proud of when people expand and move on and do what's best for their physical and mental health needs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Randall in the Mash.
That's what they talk about the acid.
Gotcha. Yeah. R.I.P. Black Project. R.I.P.
At least I think I saw that the other day.
Rip in peace.
I don't know. Someone can confirm if Black Project actually did shut down, but I'm pretty sure it did. This is a sour.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Yeah.
This is a sour?
Yeah. This is their sour kangaroo.
It smells like lemon meringue.
I think so.
Ooh, coconut. That's the passion fruit coconut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it smells like I smell like cookies and pie and stuff.
So
like
Matt says, how do you recommend straining the Trub when using a mash and boil? I add Rollflock towards the end of the boil.
So one of the things that I will do with the mash and boil, if I need to, is sometimes you have to turn off. Excuse me, burpees. Sometimes you have to turn off the bottom source heat so that you don't get boil over when you do this, depending on volume and sugar density and stuff. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll put the cleaned out mash basket back in during the boil, and then I'll just recirculate through the mash basket.
Okay, that's good to know. I luckily did a beer that had like very little to no hop.
Yeah.
When my Braggot I did on the mash and boil, so
it's a good way to just get a good chunk of it. I mean, you don't need to get it all. You don't need to be anal about it, but.
So Black Project did shut down.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but yeah. Humble Abode is one of our local local breweries. They are kind of known for their hazies and.
I'd say hazies are the thing.
Yeah, except Matt. Also, if you're ever in Spokane and you're talking to someone that's a brewer, there's about a 9% chance their name is either Matt or Dave.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of weird. Humble
Abode though, they got really into doing raw ales, and so they like kind of pioneered what I would call the raw hazy for Spokane style. And
also his Hell's Lager is super good. Like I want to be as good on my Hell's as he is.
You got some R&D to do.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I have a lot of R&D on Kolsch to do too. So
nice.
And J Hat, question on your Braggot: what percentage of honey are you using?
That's a good question. And what kind? I'm always curious about what kind of honey people have. Speaking of Braggots, Thomas and I always forget his name, but
James.
James
Wall.
Yeah, James Wall. That's his honey guy, right?
Well, no, James Wall is his business partner for the Hawaii meadery.
Right, like so he was the guy that lives in Hawaii. Okay. Yeah.
Well, he also lives here in Spokane too.
Yeah, you were here when he came in, right?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
They were here at the beginning. So I didn't have to. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. I don't.
Yeah. James used to own a farm. He used to be a grain farmer.
Oh, gotcha. So he's right now. What he's trying to do is he's trying to be down in Hawaii. He's trying to put together a giant honey farm, right?
Well, no, just meadery. He's buying honey from all the local honey farms in Hawaii.
Oh, he's just doing the meadery.
Yeah. Well, and some distilled spirits too, is my understanding.
Okay.
So.
Honey brandy, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thomas and him were in yesterday, and they had a bunch of honey and mead samples, which I did not get to taste this time because I was busy. But they are some of my favorite people when they come in and have the honey samples because they farm from a bunch of not random, but like select honey growers that have all sorts of different like flora and fauna or whatever.
Yeah, I know. The last time when before they really started diving into the project, like they came like when James first went over, he came in and he brought in like
a 50 sample pack honey thing, like a crazy amount of honey.
Yeah, and it was like we had cocoa honey, we had coffee honey, we had
way beyond the standard, just like wildflower and orange blossom. Like there was that too, and they were good. But they had like even within the orange blossom, I think there was like 2 different kinds of something in that same range. But
Craig X has a good question. I have corny kegs. When I want to take them to a party or whatever, I end up shaking up the gunk and losing clarity. Is there a tip to get rid of as much of it as possible to help clarity?
Depends on the style of beer you're brewing, but if you use a clarifier, what clarifiers will do is they'll make all the gunk heavier, and so at least it'll settle faster, and you'll make that nice little divot faster when you move it. So that's the tip. Also, keep them cold. The only other thing to do that's like more of a guarantee and a better bet is once it clarifies, keg to keg transfer.
And this next one I'm going to actually answer with Patrick Sendy, because me and Tim actually had this whole conversation yesterday about this.
Oh, yeah.
So if one was so inclined that they wanted to do a hazy without dry hopping, which is exactly what I want to do, but they want to boost it, and they had thoughts on boosting aroma. So the hazy I'm going to do is actually I'm doing I might do one hopping during the boil, but I'm doing all the hopping as I'm chilling the beer at 190, 180, 170, 160.
Yeah.
So that way I get all that kind of aroma and flavor without a lot of the bitterness and without having to dry hop.
That's exactly what I would do too.
Yeah.
I might do one like at flame out, and then go like down.
Yeah, that's
multi-stage.
Yeah.
You also so this is something that I think I kind of happenstance. So if you look at back like our very first hazy IPA video way back in, I don't know, this is probably like 4 years ago. Had a haze craze like a boss or something like that. We did a multi-stage hop, whirlpool hop. I don't think we dry hopped that one either. But this is back before like the whole thiolization science kind of became popularized or became known. But there was still anecdotal evidence that there was different flavors that you got from, the 190 and the 160.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out that that's actually a huge tie between the 190 and the 160 temperature ranges and what you get through the thiolization part of biotransformation. So.
Yeah. Dip hopping. Everyone's recommending dip hopping too.
Yeah, dip hopping and aromazyme. Yeah, so same kind of thing with just maximizing all those giant aromas that you can get from.
And that Saison Braggot's going to be 33% wildflower, which is I think is actually about right. The 30% is I think what Thomas recommends for his braggots, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but Pete, on the 14th I'm touring Brewhouse. Any chance you can make it? 14th of this month? Definitely not. I have a super busy month, but you should take some videos and send them to me, and then I will definitely want to try to get down there.
Yeah.
Sean Huntley, is that in Grass Valley? I'll let you answer that.
Yep. Yeah. But I'm excited to do my first professional hazy, because I did one hazy with for the Inland Brewers Brewer of the Year, and it was absolute garbage. It oxidized so bad.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why you may not want to dry hop. So.
Yeah, dry hopping is just another risk for it. There's a lot of different ways to. I don't know. Personally, I dry hop very sparingly, and I'm more likely to dry hop in something like an Italian Pilsner or even just a regular Pilsner.
Yeah.
Or barrel-aged sour, barrel-aged barley wine than I am most IPAs, because there's so many cool techniques right now to get that huge aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Hops and Gnarly mentioned aromazyme. I actually haven't used aromazyme, but that'd be a really fun experience.
I might have a little bit of that at the brewery.
I think we have it over there.
Yeah.
I just haven't used it.
Well, I was going to say when we do one of our state beers, we can...
One of our state beers?
Yeah.
Maybe Alaska? Also keg hop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dry hopping when it's cold and crashed. That's a huge way to get, There's been a lot of side-by-side versus, room temperature fermenter hops versus keg hopping.
I think Brewlosophy's done a couple experiments along those lines.
Have they?
And if they haven't, they probably should or will, because they do so many different experiments. It's crazy. Like looking through their backlog, it's crazy.
That's one of the areas of getting super hoppy flavors in beer that I haven't explored too much. And the reason being, when we first kind of went commercial or like started doing bigger batches, I don't know if you remember way back in the day, but the tank that I was using was a 30-gallon milk jug.
Yeah, I do remember that.
With a screw-on lid that didn't even fully tighten. And so I kind of fell into like the need to get into like the biotransformation stuff out of necessity way early on, because I couldn't have a completely closed system. I couldn't fully even seal my. So basically, I had to ferment everything like an open fermenter. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was. You think that this, like, from the video tours that we've done, this is a hodgepodge setup. This is nothing compared to the shop.
Yeah, but you know what? We made it work. I mean,
and when I say that,
cool stuff.
like when I say the shop, I mean like, I think the sitting space was the total volume of your homebrew shop / back room at the old place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have way more room in this spot, and obviously nicer stuff, but this is still like, we're advanced home brewing back here. That's basically what we're doing. We're still taking down our three vessel setup and connecting pumps every single time. So
that's what I'm doing, but
it works. It gets the job done.
Yep.
I am excited for potentially. Well, I'm going to do a lot of experimentals on this thing for the near future. But I'm also excited to try out if we can get in the big Brewhouse system.
Yeah, well, and I'm excited for, hopefully, I keep saying this, but getting Hayden and Jimmy and maybe some of the other homebrew club people down to just hang out and chill and help brew the 15 different smoked ambers in one weekend.
That'd be awesome.
That's a very, very long day that, like, I'm just going to have Peter give me a key for that weekend, and so that way I can just come in and start early in the morning.
We have so if I do get the Brewhouse system, this is kind of a tangent in my brain, but if we do get the Brewhouse system, or if we're aiming to get the Brewhouse system, I've got to put 100 dedicated amps back there. Mm-hmm. So what I could do is put 100 dedicated amps with an extra 3 outlets, and then if you're only running, 25, 30 amps, we could probably try to get like 3 or 4 of those systems.
That's
and then
it.
You can use and then you can use the bigger system that's got more power, because that will save you a ton of time. Being able to run one of those on 220 versus, even on the 5-gallon scale, 220 versus the standard 110 is huge.
No, I was gonna say, and the big thing is I would have all the grain pre-measured and pre-milled and ready to go, so that way it's just
one after another.
Yep, and hops and stuff.
Any reason for looking at the Brewhouse, the jacketed? Is your reason for looking at the Brewhouse, the jacketed system? That's part of it. Space is also a huge consideration. So once we get rid of all this stuff, right now the horizontal floor space is way more valuable to me than the vertical space, and so being able to do everything vertically in one system on the 3-barrel scale is a huge part of it. Also, the fact that it's a jacketed system and water cooled, and like there's a lot of cool stuff.
I was gonna say we'll be able to get more fermenters back there.
Yeah, more fermenters, and they're fewer. Right now, I've got like 3 different glycol chillers back there that all are the cheap glycol chillers, because I just did what I could when I could, and so I'm trying to scale up very precisely, to for lack of a better term. And what I might end up doing is even just getting one Brewhouse system and then getting like a stacked bright tank or something like that. And so if I need to do transfers, I can have 3 beers going at the same time with one system, and then I can expand to a second Brewhouse, fermenter as well. I don't know if you know too much about it, but it's mash, boil, and ferment in the same vessel.
Oh, okay.
And then the fermenters are on wheels, and so you can wheel those over, plug them into the water. They're water temperature regulated and all that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Isn't Stout Tanks out there by you? Stout Tanks is very, very close to us, yeah. Stout Tanks is over in Portland. That's like I wouldn't say very close. It's like a 6-hour drive.
Yes.
Very close.
I was going to say, no, it is exactly 6 hours from here, because I do that. I will be making that drive in about 20-something days.
It's bike rideable. That'd be a fun, like, summer social media thing to do, or summer YouTube thing to do, is like, see what's the farthest brewery we can ride our bike to, or something like that. Sponsor.
God, you have to get in shape then?
Yeah, getting in shape sucks, but being in shape is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I could probably borrow my dad's actual road bike.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd help.
Yeah, so,
I want to get my own. My dad has a road bike too, but I want to get my own, probably.
I was going to say,
I'm at that age where you got to get into triathlons.
I think there's a bike hub going out in Liberty Lake.
Yeah, I saw that. That's good. Yeah, right by where Thomas was or is still going.
No, next to Trailbreaker.
Is that right now where Thomas is? It's not Thomas on this side.
No, Thomas is on the north side. Or
Okay.
Yeah,
Freeway. Okay.
yeah. Sorry,
Coach
there's
Sandy, I'm planning on brewing a version of Doing the Most Braggot for a winter warmer. Yeah, I know I'm a tad late. Also, we have no winter.
Hey,
Patrick's moved to Florida.
Yep. Hey, I was gonna say, Patrick, I'll tell you what we don't have this year. We had our one and only day of fall yesterday.
Yeah.
We had summer, then it tried to go to winter, but then it was like, oh wait, oops, we skipped fall, so they gave us a day of fall, and now we're going back to winter.
Little makeup day, little makeup fall day.
Yep. Well, since we have 10 minutes, I'm not seeing a ton of questions. We can.
Bad Brewery has stout tanks. Do you have ideas where to look for a used 100-gallon brew kettle?
No.
Depends on what kind of brew kettle you're looking for. Does it got to have the fire attached or no? I've started to see people adding potassium metabisulfite to dry hop to reduce DO. Any merits to this process? Yeah, there's merits to it. There's the downside to potassium metabisulfite during dry hop to reduce DO, and I personally have used ascorbs instead of potassium metabisulfite. Some people say they need to be used in tandem. They don't, but it does reduce DO. It does scrub oxygen. The downside is it also creates free sulfurs, and so you can get a sulfurous bite or a sulfurous smell in the final packaged product, assuming that you're not venting. And venting will also get rid of some hop aromas. So there's a pros and cons to it. It will reduce DO.
And Eric, yes, the Brewhouse is the all-in-one fermenter, or the 3-in-1 system. So, and then best yeast right now for a West Coast.
Best yeast right now for a West Coast? My answer hasn't changed. It's Independence.
Yeah.
Independence from Imperial. It's the same as American Ale 2 and Y Yeast, and there's also a White Labs equivalent.
And then for the 100-gallon, it was a propane burner.
Propane burner. So I only know of one freestanding propane burner that can take 100 gallons, and that's the KAB6.
Yeah,
But for the kettles.
But looking for a used one.
Yeah, used kettle.
I don't know what sites that people would look on for.
I know Pro Brewer has used stuff all the time,
Yeah.
and there's probably things in that size. The Bubba's barrels or whatever it is, probably they always have some stuff, but also I've heard bad things about their quality. So
I don't know what, but occasionally Facebook will throw up an auction, like there's a brewery auction site that they throw up stuff.
yeah.
But I think that's a lot bigger scale.
Oh, they have a big burner. They have the big burner. They just need the kettle itself to put on the propane burner. Yeah, 100 gallon. I would scrub Pro Brewer would be my best guess, but yeah. I don't know. Matt Engel made a roster move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your fantasy sports ball.
Fantasy sports ball. Well, do we want to at least talk about the
State beers?
State beers?
Yeah. So we're gonna do so for Alabama we are actually gonna do 2. Because
the official one is still the one that you guys voted on, which is the Pecan Amber Lager, right?
Export Amber.
Export Amber. Pecan Export Amber. But we're gonna, because we want to. We like to make beer, so.
And also because someone has a tendency to. I have to throw some weird beers if I'm not letting them do a fish beer for every single state.
Yeah. Is there still a way I can throw in a fish?
we can. Hey chat, quickly look up what's Alabama state fish for us.
It's got to be like catfish or something like that.
But the other one we're going to do is a fried green tomato, and the suggestion for the base beer was a pre-prohibition lager.
Pre-prohibition lager I like that. You got a little bit of graininess from the 6-row, and this is what 6-row used to be, not what 6-row is today. But there's ways to kind of fake that flavor.
With corn.
Yeah, and with corn. So you got the heavy corn load is going to be a big part of kind of creating, I think, a good grits base. I actually think doing like corn grits as the corn might not be a terrible idea as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fried green tomato is that's the extra beer. But we're gonna be doing the official one for all you guys. We can hash out a recipe in the next 5 minutes, and just generalize it, and then we can put it up on Brewers Friend later for you guys to check
Well,
out.
and we'll be just saying percentages of so that way you can make your size because
Yeah.
we since we have this system and this is a 15-gallon.
Yeah, we're pretty.
Let's
we're
do-
going to be doing everything in that system. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just because that's a keg.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, exactly. 1 keg, and that's perfect for.
Yeah, which is perfect for throwing up on tap and.
Yep.
Because I know Spencer really wants to try all the state beers.
Oh yeah, nice.
And stuff. So, I thought about blonde ale. I want something a little bit lighter than a blonde.
Yeah, and with a little bit more like of that cornmeal kind of flavor. Because I feel like when you think of fried green tomato, you can, like the variations that I know of, use some sort of like
Grit.
yeah crunch.
Grits or like cornmeal.
Yeah.
Like it's like almost a battered.
Yeah.
So for the red export lager, what's our base grain?
Red export lager base grain. We've got 2 different options. Let's see what you guys think out there. Pilsen / Heidelberg. Those are kind of the go-tos because you want that nice crisp lager-esqueness. The higher protein content, the types of proteins that are in Pilsen malt, tend to crisp and clarify a little bit easier than some fuller malts. But I would always throw anything that has any perception of sweetness. I would always throw it to my favorite malt, which is Halcyon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was leaning towards Halcyon personally, and Patrick maybe I'll talk to Jimmy and see if we can
Yeah.
figure out something because we actually do have quite a few juniper trees in Spokane.
Yeah, we do have those, and Thomas. We have Thomas, and Thomas knows how to juniper like a boss.
Thomas knows how to tree like a boss.
He knows how to tree like a boss. That's true.
He likes his wood.
He's the king of knowing how to
Forge.
finesse wood.
I was gonna say he is actually the forging brewer in Spokane. I would say.
Yeah, he is the local expert for that for sure.
But yeah. So
Keep in mind, by the way, whatever we do for these recipes, you guys don't have to do. We would appreciate as many people participating in brewing something in those styles.
Also, please let me in the Discord. Please hit me up and let me know which beer tubers you think are most likely to say yes to our stupid idea.
Yeah.
And so that way we can reach out.
We got Hops and Gnarly in at least for Colorado, so Hops and Gnarly expect a message from us.
Yep. And by us, he means me because that's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. And also, Hops and Gnarly, any of the state beers, you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah, you can do any of the state beers, but yeah, that'd be nice to at least get you in on Colorado. I think it's gonna be a fun thing. I know you've done some collaborations with other brewers where it's more of a challenge, and so if you see the Discord chat and you see one of those beers that you want to do as a, the brew shop, yeah, Trent's down to collab.
I'm also going to. I need to message the apartment brewer still.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Yeah. So we'll probably be because we're brewing in December. We'll probably be drinking them in January.
Yeah. So the goal is to get them to us, and we'll probably pick mid-January. Give you guys some leeway. We're not going to be like, all right, January 1st, we're drinking these beers. But yeah, we're going to try to slow roll the first couple. So we're going to go once a month. And so if you look ahead and you're like already planning your Alaska beer and you know that needs to be aged 3 months, go ahead and get that done right now. Yeah, so we're planning. The plan is to do the present, the tasting, the judging. It's not judging. It's not a competition. It's just like, hey, let's do some fun, make stupid beers kind of experiments.
Yeah, and Elementary Brewing, and also the Brew Challenge. I was going to reach out to the guy.
Homebrew Challenge.
Yeah, Homebrew Challenge.
His name is.
Since he already did one stupid idea, I figured he would be down to do another stupid idea.
Like he wanted to call him Craig because he reminds me of the 007.
Martin.
Leader. Martin, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say he already did one stupid challenge,
What's
which
the last name of 007 Craig dude?
Daniel Craig.
No, Daniel. That's it. That is Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Colorado should include some.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We thought about having it be little.
Well, we are. Colorado is.
It's Colorado's the only state that I know of that's legally allowed to combine weed and beer in any way.
They actually got in trouble for that.
They did?
The federal government came and said no.
Colorado's the first one to launch a weed-infused beer.
Colorado's the Rocky Mountain oyster.
Oregon has tried it.
Yeah,
a
no,
couple times, and
yeah.
Oregon got like very, very quickly shut down. I know some of Oregon's hemp products were distributed to Washington for a while, and then Washington said, "Get that back here. We're telling on you."
And I know that a Black Label used hemp in one of their beers and got in so much trouble.
Yeah, which I thought was so, and their hemp beer was really good too. Like it was very, very aggressive.
Oh
In a good way.
yeah, the craft beer channel. Okay, I'm
If only a BrewTuber had done a wheat beer video. If only.
uh-huh.
We had a live stream on that for a while ago. So the live stream idea that we did, and we haven't done the best one of it. I'm very confident there's other people who have done better wheat beer videos than we have, than our live stream. But the one that what made us do it was because we were talking to, being a homebrew supply store, a lot of, since weed is legal in Washington, there's a lot of, what do you call it, processors, manufacturer people?
By the way, I'm taking pictures of the chat so that way.
That come in here because they distill their own alcohol a lot of times to help process whatever they, I don't know how making the weed stuff happens. But yeah, they're coming here and talking about how they would go about infusing it. And so I have the beer side of that knowledge, and they have the actual processing weed side of that knowledge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, someone watched a gnarly weed video.
Oh, nice, yeah. I think I watched that one too. I think I might have watched that at the same time.
But yeah, no, yeah. So, but again, if you also going back up, Patrick, if you want to do a blonde ale for the fried green tomato, do a blonde ale.
Oh yeah, do whatever you want. Just use the what are they called? Their guidelines. Their the ingredients are the guidelines. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Or like, yeah, again, and I'm suggesting styles for each one of what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
There are some states that I am gonna require the style.
Like Kentucky Common would be probably something
Kentucky
that fits in.
Common, Cali Common.
Yeah, those make sense.
Washington is a Cascadian Dark Ale
Yep.
or Black IPA.
Yep.
I did suggest IPA for Oregon too, but
Yeah, I think that's a suggestion.
that's more of a suggestion.
Yeah.
And
But I feel like you got to use. So Oregon, you can also say let's use Willamette hops, right?
yeah, we have to use Willamette hops.
Pinot Noir grapes is something that my mom actually suggested, and she was like, 'cause Oregon's super known for their Pinot Noir, and
Which is a fun fact that is actually Sir Patrick Stewart's favorite beverage is a Pinot Noir from Oregon.
there we go. So I mean, maybe we could do something hoppy aged in Pinot Noir barrels or something like that. We've got we've got like 40 states to think
Yeah.
of that though.
Yeah, no, the Alaska's the next one that's kind of in that, but I did like the Asati, Alaska style Asati,
Yeah, Sati's a good idea.
especially if we're doing a tree beer for
Yeah.
Alaska, because that's also what I think of Alaska is like all their wilderness.
What's Arizona? We got to make a beer with iguanas.
No, Arizona was the churro,
Oh, the churro beer.
the churro lager.
I like it.
I figured that would be a nice.
Also, anytime we do these, if there's a style that just really hits and you're like, that's the best style in the world, let's see if we can get a couple of these to actually be the official state beers of these states.
And also, I did find a list of, according to Beer Advocate, what the best beer in each state was.
Okay.
Um,
Do states have official? There's not
No.
there's not official beers for states yet, are there?
Nope.
We can make that happen. And if
I
someone ends
am-
up being like a tuna fish IPA, then 100%.
The other Patrick S is my inspiration for my Earl Grey Saison I'm planning.
Nice.
I was gonna say that is. I have a huge man crush on Patrick Stewart. It doesn't matter how old he is. I have a huge man crush on that man.
Yeah, he probably has one right back.
He also loves dogs.
Nice. And he's knighted. Can't get much better than that.
I was gonna say not many people are gonna get. I don't know how often they knight people anymore.
Pinot Noir grapes, Willamette hops, and Douglas fir. That could go well together.
Ooh.
So Douglas fir.
That
could
might not
actually
be an
a way to get
IPA. That might not be an IPA anymore.
Well, it could be the way to like get the IPA flavor, but without the, all the Northwests.
Or are we just doing a grapple for?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say because that's an Italian grapple for Oregon.
Yeah.
I can see it. Also, no one's told me what the state fish for Alabama is yet.
I'm guessing it's like grouper, catfish, some ugly mud monster. Those are my guesses.
Oh, I missed. Yeah, I must have italicized stuff by accident, and I misspelled crawfish.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. That's exactly how you spell crawfish. I'm sorry, I was just looking at my
Who's
list.
going to shave a Douglas? I'll see my way out.
So Shannon, Kentucky is a mint julep. So we might do
Mint julep Kentucky common, but we can do an imperial version of that aged in bourbon barrel.
Do you have access to a bourbon barrel that we can?
With enough money, I have access to anything. Largemouth bass for Bama.
Okay.
Roll Tide.
So there's your state fish.
Done.
So
Alright.
so are we doing 3 beers?
No, I'm just gonna randomly throw fish into one of them.
Hey, I gave you. There are 5 different seafood beers on this list.
Tarpon is the saltwater Bama state fish.
Okay.
So I mean, saltwater.
I was gonna say I think Douglas fir is just the state tree of the Pacific Northwest. They're fighting over which state the Douglas fir belongs to.
Archery, you can't have it.
Yeah, again, the list is in the Discord. I've pinned it to the state beer. Oh, hey! Hobson Early and Alonzo both joined the Discord.
Welcome to the Discord. I have it on my phone, but I'm not very good at using it because I don't technology very well, other than the bits of technology that I do.
I use it a lot more. I use it to communicate with a lot of people. Peters can see how many different channels I'm in. And half of those are just D&D.
I'll get on there every once in a while, and then I'll spend like an hour just like going through everything and like responding to things and like talking to people, and then I'll forget about it. I'm very ADD. Out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm. Also, I did change my title, my role in the Discord.
Matthew, no longer guy in the chair.
Nope, I'm just host guy.
Host guy. Eebs. All right, we got to start working on closing this out because I do have a hard stop. Washington State tree is Western hemlock, you nerd. I feel like that's something with books. There's literature about Western hemlock. Something like that.
But yeah, so...
Yeah, I've got to leave it 10. We got to close out.
Yep,
I've
also...
got a family to go retrieve.
You can start going to close out. You can keep talking.
All right, like and subscribe. Follow us on...
also, I only need 6 pounds of grain before I leave, so we're good.
Okay. You know how to grab grains?
Yeah, while you clean...
What do you need?
It is... 2 3 pounds of... Come on, load. It's the Mela.
Oh, someone come with a competition for how I can get you guys to win these, because they sent me... Kegland hooked me up. They sent a lot of these for me to give away.
Melanoidin?
Melanoidin?
Yep, 2 3 pound bags.
2 3 pound bags of melanoidin.
And you don't need to steal them because I'm legitimately going to go straight to the brewery. And
okay.
Also, I need to steal 2 bags for other grain that I have randomly at the brewery.
I also got these, which I think are cool, but I haven't used them yet, so I don't know how to use them.
Yep. What are these?
Those are Bollock. They're Bollock for duotite, but I think what they are is I think they're like pressure regulated or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the knob on the top.
Huh.
Like, is something to do with flow rate, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, no, state beers. I'm excited for state beers. I know that our chat is very excited. I know Thule is super excited and actually might try to figure out how to get it to us from Australia.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Which also... they're flow control. I have them.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
I knew they're cool somehow.
Yep. So if we have any questions about Brewzilla, I have a feeling that we're just... or any of this stuff, Kegland stuff, we're just asking Connor.
Also, let's do next package we receive with Homebrew will be the second person that's not Patrick Sandy to get one of these. That's not good?
And we'll also send leftover Genus trading cards.
Yes, which we have some sexy trading cards.
So, okay, you can go close. I'll keep talking.
All right, I'll be back.
Don't forget to like socials. And everything. Well, Peter's walking to use the restroom, so. Oh, dude, Melanon, I'll keep talking. And that's also going on Damon Stab. Okay. Yes, Daniel. Yes, we want a malt liquor pale ale. Patrick, you can. I can tell you, Peter will not respond. I am the best person to message on Discord, and then I can text Peter. But yeah, so we're doing 2 beers, and we'll brew both soon. He does respond to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, so if you message him on there or on the Genus stuff. Daniel, it's okay. We won't judge you too much for using Caramel 60. We'll only judge you a little bit.
No promises.
I said not too much. I didn't say we wouldn't judge him. I just said we wouldn't judge him too much. It's a Sierra Nevada clone. That's why we're not judging him too much. Peter just yelled, "That's fair." Yeah, and yeah, we'll get a package, and I might also make them throw in a couple extra beers for you, Patrick, because we've been late. I will be honest, I was on vacation for 2 weeks, 2 weekends, so I have a legit excuse for why I forgot. I'm also just excited to get my beers from Maryland. Do we not have any of that malt?
No, I do. It's just gotta figure out where. There it is. I found it right here.
Okay. What you guys don't see is well, you guys can kind of see it, but we legitimately have malt stacked everywhere in this brewery. Peter's gonna walk in front of the camera.
I told you I'd find it.
So, yeah, but it's yep, yeah, no, Patrick, no problem. Again, I have not forgotten about you as well. I have, and I haven't. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to get stuff from Oregon because my brother lives down there right now for the Pinot Noir beer. Also, again, in the State Beer channel on Discord, please feel free to throw in suggestions for different beers, especially the ones that are coming up, because those are the ones that I was gonna say Alaska's the only one that we have to think of a style for us, but I like the Sati idea a lot. Because, yeah, Arkansas is the Blackberry French Saison. And then California, the Blood Orange Cali Common. So Cali, I'm just saying, is going to be a fruited Cali Common. And try to use something... and any of you that figure out how to do... Ooh! Nice. Share pictures into the brew space, Patrick, on the show us your setup. Also, I'm not seeing enough brewery mascots be posted. I need more pets in my life. That is what I have decided. As Peter works. Yeah. Yeah, no California we're going to do. I will give bonus points to anyone that makes an almond Cali Common. And have it taste actually like almonds. Peter, I told the chat when we get to California, I'm gonna give bonus points to anyone who makes a almond Cali Common.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
Do we want to do blood orange or do we want to do almond?
Blood orange is super overdone in the beer world, so
Okay. Almond, we're gonna switch that to almond, which means I have to go in and edit my post, but I will let people also do a fruited, some sort of Cali fruit. Actually, no. So we're going to do an almond Cali Common because that sounds amazing. But if someone does a fish taco Cali Common, Peter will be very happy. Because fish.
Well, I'll be even happier.
Yeah. Patrick's also gonna do an almond Cali common. So, woo, my grain.
Sweet.
Okay, I think we can close out now.
All right.
It's just me and Patrick mostly talking.
Love you, everybody. I'm gonna do the endy streamy things.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the social media stuff. Follow us on Instagrams. You can follow me on Bear Puncher Brews. I don't post very often. Usually it's a story because I'm drinking. So, goodbye.